What starts as a routine traffic stop quickly turns into something out of this world. A police officer calmly asks for license and registration. Then, out of nowhere, he lets out a low moan and suddenly hunches over. Moments later, there's nothing left but a smoking pile of ashes. It's unclear whether he was beamed up into something or simply vaporized by some kind of energy force field. The whole thing could be staged, but the police radio chatter and the on-screen text feel strangely real. If anyone understands the codes being used in the background, it might help explain this bizarre and unsettling footage. The Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana is often called one of the most haunted places in America. While reporting for ABC, journalist Vanessa Bolano captured something eerie on camera, something strange flying behind her in the background.
12 spirits supposedly live here, but the owners say they're all
haunted room in the most haunted house in America. Pretty crazy. Tune in for the full story.
A small white figure flashes by at high speed. It doesn't look like dust or a lens flare, and the timing is unsettling, especially since she had just mentioned the 12 spirits said to haunt the property. Maybe it was added in post-production for effect, but considering the plantation's haunted history, it might be something genuinely paranormal. While a local reporter covers the snowy weather in Springfield, Massachusetts, something unexpected appears in the background.
6:15 to 6:30, it has not let up at all. It is coming down pretty steadily here in Springfield.
A large, hulking figure slowly moves through the snow, looking heavy and powerful. Even with the storm, it's hard to believe a creature like that could roam the streets without attracting attention from authorities. It doesn't look like CGI, which makes it more likely someone pulled off a very convincing costume, but it's still a strange and unsettling sight. Two friends are live streaming in a San Francisco subway tunnel when they unexpectedly come across something chilling. Following a trail of red behind a dumpster, they find a woman covered in blood, screaming and thrashing on the floor. She seems trapped in either madness or something far darker. As the friends debate how to help her, or if she can be helped at all, she suddenly lets out a terrifying shriek and lunges toward them. It's unclear if she's possessed, mentally unstable, or part of an elaborate prank. What happens next is unknown, and whether the friends made it out safely remains a mystery. YouTuber Arihant Jain was live streaming a road trip when suddenly an unidentified creature tore through traffic, nearly causing a serious accident.
Here we are. San Diego Freeway coming up. We are there. Whoa! Dude, what the hell was that? He wasn't on a motorcycle.
The strange figure sped by, leaving a brief trail of fire behind it, almost like it had some kind of turbo boost. It moved far too fast to be any normal vehicle. While it looks like impressive CGI, the way all the cars seem to slow down perfectly raises questions. Maybe there was traffic ahead, or the creature was digitally added later for effect. Despite the doubts, Arihant insists this footage is 100% real. Whether it's a clever trick or something truly unexplained, it's definitely eye-catching and mysterious. This live interview was filmed somewhere in South America, and at first glance, everything seemed completely normal. It wasn't until the footage was later zoomed in and enhanced that viewers noticed something strange moving in the background.
Bueno, básicamente en eso hemos sido convocados para la realización del...
A bizarre figure, possibly extraterrestrial, can be seen strolling casually in the distance. Its unusually long arms match the length of its legs, giving it an unsettling, unnatural appearance. The creature doesn't seem aggressive or even particularly aware of the people nearby. If this isn't CGI, then it might just be one of the rarest and most chilling moments ever caught live on camera. A team of forest rangers set up a live stream at the Platte River State Fish Hatchery in Michigan, hoping to document the growth of a bald eagle nest. But what they ended up recording was far more unexpected. During the live feed, a large humanoid figure appeared in the background, covered in black fur and moving deliberately across the forest floor. The creature walked upright, swinging its arms with a natural motion that didn't resemble any known wildlife in the region. It was clearly too large to be a bear, and too fluid in its movement to be someone in a bulky costume. Some viewers believe it could be a person pulling off a well-crafted hoax, but others point out that Michigan has had its fair share of Bigfoot sightings. Given the history and the strange authenticity of the footage, this may be one of the clearest glimpses yet of something truly unknown. This aerial footage was captured live during a severe weather event in Hebron, Ohio, as rising floodwaters overtook an entire neighborhood. But amid the murky brown water, something strange seems to be moving.
Here with storm specialist Carl Parker. So if you want to stay on and have a listen, Carl's been looking at
A long, worm-like shape can be seen weaving around one of the submerged homes just before the camera pulls back. At first glance, it might look like driftwood caught in the current, but its unnatural slithering motion tells a different story. It moves with intention, almost as if it's alive. Some speculate it could be a massive parasite or unknown aquatic creature stirred up from the sewers by the flood. Whether it's a trick of the current or something far more disturbing, it's definitely not something you expect to see in a flooded suburban neighborhood. This video was streamed live during the devastating 2014 tsunami in Japan. As the man films the relentless waves tearing through his neighborhood, he captures something bizarre: what appears to be a white, human-like figure briefly climbing up a building before vanishing from view.
Watch again in slow motion and tell me if you see the white creature.
If you watch the footage in slow motion, there's a split second where the shape becomes visible. Some say it's nothing more than the water surging upward, but the way it moves, suddenly changing direction and scaling the structure, feels unnatural. Tsunami waves are incredibly powerful, so it's possible we're just seeing the force of nature at work. Still, the person behind the camera insists it wasn't just water, it was a camouflaged creature that moved with purpose. Whether it's a trick of light, a distortion caused by chaos, or something more unexplainable, this eerie moment has left viewers debating ever since. What do you think it is? This video was streamed live from Telemark, Norway, where a YouTuber named Odins2 spotted an enormous disturbance in the water and quickly pulled over to start filming. What he captured has since sparked a wave of speculation. At first, the object appears to be a long, narrow, shimmering shape gliding just beneath the surface. But as the minutes pass, the form seems to shift and take shape, especially in the middle, where something large appears to rise closer to the surface. The water around it remains unusually calm, and with no boats or known equipment nearby, viewers began to suspect something far more mysterious. Many believe this could be Selma, the legendary sea serpent said to inhabit Lake Seljord, often referred to as Norway's answer to the Loch Ness Monster. Sightings of this creature have been part of local folklore for centuries. Of course, skeptics suggest it might simply be fishing nets, debris, or even a trick of the light. But the sheer size and movement of whatever is in the water has left others wondering if something unknown still lurks in Norway's deep lakes. Could this really be Selma? Or is there another explanation waiting to be uncovered? A live broadcast from Detroit, Michigan unexpectedly captures something strange moving through the forest in the background.
Hey, Glenda, good afternoon to you. Yeah, this guy had no respect for the judge, obviously, and prosecutors say no respect.
A creature that appears to be bouncing through the tall grass. At first glance, it almost looks like a fox leaping through the underbrush, but upon closer inspection, the way it moves feels oddly human. The figure seems to briefly stand upright before darting back into the woods, vanishing from sight. It's difficult to say for sure what it is, but the proportions and posture don't quite match any known animal. If you're from the Detroit area or familiar with the local wildlife, let me know what you think this could be. Is it a fox moving through tall grass in a strange way? Or is something else out there, something we weren't supposed to see?